Okay. So what you're doing for your warm-up today, so Julie, this will be in your warm-ups under 920, is I'm going to teach you how to use your graphing calculator to choose some numbers. So everybody clear out whatever's on your screen and your calculator. As your warm-up, you're going to write down, let's see, 920. This is how to do a random number generator on a graphing calculator. Okay. So I don't know how you want to write it, but I'm going to write it how I write it, and I'll give you time to write it how you write it. So the first thing you're going to hit is the math button, which is below the alpha key. So what you need to do is you need to be writing this right now, but also doing it on your calculator. So make sure you hit the math button on your calculator. And then you're going to go over to PRB, which stands for what? Probability. You can just use the arrow keys to go over there. You're going to pick option number 5, which is random integer. Hit enter. You ready, Lou? So then you're going to put in 3 numbers on your screen with commas in between them. The first number is going to be your lowest number that you have. The second number will be the highest number that you have. And then the third number will be how many responses you want. So let's have you pick a number between 1 and 10. Just one number between 1 and 10. It would be random integer, and then what would be the first thing I'd write? 1. Where's the comma?
Next to the square.
Yeah, it's above the 7. So 1, comma, 10 is the highest number, comma, and then what? 1. I only want one number back, so it'd be a 1. And then hit enter. I got 6. What'd you get?
2.
2. Lou, what'd you get?
Wait.
Callie, would you help her?
Yeah.
What'd you get? 3.
And then go over to this one. And then go down like this. And then click enter. And then
Have her type it in herself, Callie. You can explain though.
and then like put the lowest number. And then put, yeah. The highest. And then you only want one that's back.
And the comma's above the 7.
Okay. I got
Yeah.
6.
To do another number is to enter?
Oh, you mean like if you wanted to do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just hit enter and it'll repeat it. But let's suppose that you want to do the same numbers, but you don't want one number back, you want like 10. Okay? This is how you'll do it. Everybody hit the second button. Look where my finger is. It's right here. Hit the second button and then enter. that just brings up what you last typed. So now we can change it to 1, 10, 10 to say I actually want 10 responses back. And then if you hit enter, it'll give you 10 things.
How do you like read it, or how do
You hit the over arrow. If you hit enter, you can't scroll. So don't hit enter afterwards. So hit
Oh.
second, enter, enter. And then before you hit enter again or type anything again, you just hit the over arrow
Okay.
and you can scroll through them. Are there repeats in this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we were doing like a study where we had to pick 10 kids to ask a question, we might, instead of saying calculator pick 10 kids, we'd say maybe pick 11 just in case there's a repeat in there, and we would take the first 10 that are different. Here's something else interesting. Take a look. If I hit second enter, and then before hitting enter, I hit second enter again, and then second enter again, and second enter again, it'll keep taking you back in what you typed in the calculator. It'll tell you what other people were typing in the calculator, what you were typing in the calculator. It keeps going back in your history of the calculator, which is really helpful if, suppose you type like a really long equation and you mess something up and you're like, oh, and you don't want to type the whole thing again. No problem, just hit second enter a couple times or whatever and it'll bring it back. All right, one of your questions on your homework is going to have to do with this. So is everybody comfortable with being able to pick random numbers with their calculator? You good? Okay. All right.